What's going on? You're tuned into the All Points Podcast. We're the freshest crew. I go by the name of A2.
This is Kyle.
This is Tim the Chat Man.
And we are Try Discord Daddies today, baby. Yeah, we
That's
brought it
right.
in here.
That's right.
Now,
Trace Papas.
now we're gonna be a little bit different today because niggas is tired. Niggas is, we got stuff to do. Unfortunately, we couldn't get to the studio today because there's blizzards in Wichita. So we decided.
No, it's not.
Come on, man! Every time.
The studio's being blocked by all the abandoned Teslas.
It's because I am currently in a hotel in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And they don't like to do episodes without me. So.
And this has been the All Points Podcast.
No. I was like, well, let's go ahead and give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And let's do a show, even though I'm not on vacation, but I'm working, out here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, exactly. Dedication. I could be eating Hooters chicken wings right now.
Yeah, he had to specify.
Talking to these jabronis.
I like how you had to specify that. He's like, I could be eating Hooters right now.
No, you're right. You're right.
He got a passion for it. His sister made some replica Hooter wings, and I swear I almost saw him shed a tear.
I almost started crying.
It tasted so exactly alike, and I'm like, it ain't that serious.
No,
it was that serious.
No, I mean,
I went out and got the sauce.
Look. If somebody would bless their heart, make me some rotisserie chicken like Boston Market. Yo, come on now.
Oh, bro.
I really need to try it because I don't remember it being that good back in the day.
You can't try it anymore. There's like 2 open.
Yeah.
There's one between here and Texas and like Oklahoma somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's one in like Oklahoma or something.
It's like part of a gas station. That ain't chicken, that's squirrel.
I don't remember because when you drove home with that
yeah
chicken in the safe. Yeah. We had the cooler. That was dedication.
There's about 16 locations remaining in the US. That's crazy.
That was dedication.
I mean,
last time I had Boston Market, I think we were still waiting on Y2K.
Well, it's still good. If you hating on Boston Market, then you a bitch ass nigga.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Man.
But
they got beans, right?
They got beans, greens, tomatoes, all that.
You might like Good Chick when we get one in our city. Good Chick?
Golden Chick, Kyle.
Golden Chick. Sorry, Golden Chick.
Hold on.
Good Chick is what I got back at home.
Look at
him.
You better blow her a kiss too, even though she don't want
to. He said, I got some thigh, I got some breast.
Let me look at this Golden Chick. Let me look at this.
A lot of breast.
Okay, look at it. So all I see is fried chicken right now. I don't see no.
They got the baked chicken too.
It's not baked, okay? All right. Baked chicken is you plop it on a pan and just let it do its thing. The rotisserie, you gotta rotate that bitch.
Hey, Sam's does a pretty good rotisserie chicken over here.
I almost bought a rotisserie chicken maker like a couple of years ago, and I'm mad that I didn't because that shit was. There you go.
I switch over to my laptop.
Oh yeah, you was running out of battery.
No, I just didn't want to do it on my phone.
Okay, I got you. Got to text the hoes, right? Notice how he didn't say nothing. His lips was moving.
Charge the battery. Wait, no. I gotta charge my battery.
I got a child demanding food of me right now.
All right.
Yep.
See? Niggas with responsibility.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad that I see in the black community a lot of people who are just going the route of like, I'm a father, I'm a dedicated husband. That shit is beautiful, man. And this ain't even like a joke or nothing. It's just I like that. I like seeing it.
I appreciate that because, boy, sometimes I think about how low I am on milk. It like every now and again it pops in my head. I'm like, we could use a little more dairy in this house, and I need to go find the good stuff. I might have to travel a little bit.
Yeah, where you gonna go?
But I always come back.
Stupid. I was like waiting for the punchline. I get you.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, but even if we weren't in dedicated, relationships and marriages,
Mm-hmm.
we wouldn't be out cheating. You know why?
Why?
Because
Black men don't
Men don't
cheat.
black
cheat.
men don't cheat.
You
Exactly. Black
goddamn
men
right.
don't cheat.
It's impossible.
Exactly. So
It's not in our DNA.
it's not in our DNA.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So if
I
anybody got a
will.
story, we what?
I will say for the ones that do, I'm not just saying black men. I'm just saying other ones. It'd be funny as hell. Like it's not funny. It's terrible for the women, but it'd be
Mm-hmm.
like you got cheated on by a man who can't read. Like you need to count that as a blessing, sis. Like he couldn't even read
Man.
your breakup text. You need to move on.
uh, so shout out to Heavy's is the Head podcast. I'm gonna give a plug here.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Heavy's the Head podcast. I've been listening to them lately. They got this whole segment. It's called Clown or Clown. And Dr. Omar was on. They was talking about Dr. Omar. Did y'all hear about him?
Nope.
Uh-uh.
I bet you got caught up with a white woman.
Apparently, nah. Apparently, he got a child that he doesn't take care of, which is on the subject of good black men. He has a child that he don't pay child support for. He don't go see. He don't do any of that stuff.
Dr. Omar or Dr. Umar?
Yeah. Umar. Who's
Yeah.
Omar? Umar.
Omar Epps. Omar Epps.
There you go, yeah.
Oh,
That's a given right there, though.
Dr. Omar is my personal doctor. Dr. Umar. Sorry.
Oh shoot!
He don't take care of his kids.
That's like I'm sure the nigga's making money, I'm sure
Right.
he's
Of course.
so why the fuck would you never whatever. You know what? He ain't black no more.
But he preaching to other black men talking about be there for your kids, be a good father, and all this crazy stuff. But he can't do it himself.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
he's
I didn't read the whole story.
He's like, be there for
It
your
is-
kids so I don't have to.
It is funny though. The men that give the most advice for taking care of your kids do be the ones that don't be taking care of their kids. It's strange. It's the strangest thing ever.
And be having like 5 kids.
Right.
Yeah.
It's wild, man. Like honestly, like being real, I wish I would have had kids years ago, back in my like early 20s. Cause then this would be about the time where it's like, okay, y'all getting out the house. You know what I mean? Like that'd be great. But
Yeah.
But if like I was in that situation, like, cause like having like the mindset that I have right now, where I do want kids, and there wouldn't be any excuse for me not being in their lives. I don't know if young A2 would think like that.
How people get there, it's like, how do you have a child and just choose to not be in their life? It's one thing to not know about them. It's a whole other thing to just be like, nah.
Yeah.
Is there? I don't know. We should answer this because I don't want to answer it. Is there any past relationships that if you got a knock on your door tomorrow and it was just a guy standing with a little kid that looked like you,
A guy?
and was like, yeah, man, because the mom was like, go see your daddy, go be with your daddy. And he was like, are you such and such? Is there any woman that you could think of that been with that could possibly be like, this is your son or this is your kid?
I mean, I always wrapped up, so no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, for real. If it was the case, if like, yeah, that could happen, but
granted, yes, contraceptives are not 100%.
Yeah, right.
100%.
But in the grand scheme, I mean, like, it could happen, but it's very unlikely. Because, like, at this point, I don't know. I mean, everyone knows. I know, go ahead.
There was one relationship where I was just like, that'll be if like if she came to my door was like, this is your son or this is your daughter, like it's like I would honestly be mad. Like, why'd you keep that from me?
There you
You
go.
know,
That's
like I'll be more pissed off about that. It wouldn't be like, no, it's not. No, it's like I'll be like, why would you keep that from me? You
yeah,
know, like,
exactly. Why would you
Right.
deprive? Why'd you keep
but
that from them? Really, like,
exactly. Like how, especially if they like 8 years old because you ain't seen them in like 8 years or something like that or something crazy. It's like,
yeah.
dang, like,
Because
so
then,
I'll be upset if that ever happens.
yeah, I would be like, she'd be like, why would you do this to me? Ooh, I'm so upset with you.
Mhm.
I need some space.
I will say
You better
the,
go
the
get some.
one
You better go get some milk.
almond milk. I need cashew milk, the good kind.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's
Kokomo.
only available. It's only available in Ohio, so I'm gonna be gone for a while.
Just abandon all your
Yeah.
shit.
There was only ever one time I had anything like a pregnancy scare with the ex, and it was like we had just broken up like a few weeks, and then I just happened to be on Facebook, and I just see uh, I'm pregnant and I'm craving gum, and I was like, huh? Like I started doing math, and it was
Fucking
like, no, it wasn't. It was I'm 3 weeks and I'm craving gum, and I was like, I started doing math.
Start
I was
doing
like,
math.
oh
Yep.
my god. And so I hit her up, and she's like, "No, it's a trend." I'm like, "What fucking trend is that? There is no
no,
trend.
no.
You just
There
made
is no
some shit
trend for
Yeah.
up."
that.
Fuck that.
And then I just want to make it clear. I want to make it clear to my current girlfriend. I was not out there being raw dogging or nothing. I was. I'm just saying it would just be funny if this person that I'm talking about would do something like that. I've been like, dang, that's messed up. But like, trust
Nope.
me, I kept it safe. You know, I keep it safe. You know, and I'll shoot up the club over here.
you know, sometimes a guilty conscience will overshare.
The ones that always get me are the dudes who are like, "What? You pregnant? How? I don't know because
Yeah.
you just be fucking women raw,
Yeah.
maybe. Like,
No,
you don't think there's a
Wow,
possibility?"
no, I can't
ain't
be
no
my
way.
baby. I pulled out. Nah. It's like,
Shoot,
nigga.
sometimes cream pies get baked in
There
ovens.
you go.
You ever see a man in their family and all them kids look just like their daddy? Like there's no way they can deny that kid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those,
No, that is
Uh,
my nephew. That is my oldest nephew with so many of his siblings. He got like
yeah.
12 to 13 other siblings, and half of them look exactly like him. Like one
Uh,
is just him with weave, I swear.
there was
ain't no way. Yeah.
there was any time I'd introduce as a crickler, they'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I was like,
I'm
damn.
not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all got that look, bro. You got that look. I was. I don't know where I was at. I don't know where I was at, but I saw this dude. He was bald headed, and
Uh-huh.
I was like, he looked
That's a
like a crickler.
that's a crickler
Like
right there. And it could be.
I was like, I think that might be a
I know
crickler.
what he
Right?
means
Just
now.
looking at him.
You know,
Just looking at him, I was like, yeah,
it's like if you had like $500, you could consider putting a bet that DNA might
yeah,
match.
yeah. Like who's your mama? Who's your daddy? Like,
Oh,
you
well,
know,
my daddy Willie.
yeah,
I knew it.
yeah.
KriglerCon 2025.
Oh God, I'm not going. Cause that shit would just devolve into, well, we all should start going to church again. No,
Straight off the bat.
you ain't bringing me back to that spot. I don't know if we ever talked about like that church, right?
Mm-mm.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all just a little bit of a preview of why we don't go. All right, so
Lay it on us.
we was already heathens. We was already like, so
Of course.
we would roll up. We would go in. We'd get the little paper for the day, like with the plan and everything like that, the little pamphlet,
Mhm.
and then we would go out the other door, right? And then we hop in Michael's car, and then we go out to well, at the time it was Sports World, so we go out to Sports World and just play games for the entire service, right? And so then we came back home, then boom, we had the service, and we were good, we went. So that's how much we didn't want to go there. But the reason behind it is because they was always just kind of like, we we go in there, like we hadn't been there for like a couple of months or so. And then like we go back and they're like, "Oh, the Kegler boys, when y'all leaving again?" And it was like that. I was like, "Really?"
They didn't make you feel welcome. You
Nah,
know, church
nah.
is supposed to be they're supposed to make you feel welcome when you
Right.
come through the door. So I get that. I get that.
So that's what
I
made
think the
me a
only time I've
heathen
ever
right
seen
there.
y'all in the church was at my wedding,
Oh
and
yeah,
that was
right.
it. I don't, and then the second time when Jonathan was at my son's baptism, but that was about it. I don't think I've ever seen y'all in the church.
I mean, you
I
will
don't even think
soon.
I'll drive by one.
Last time I was in a church was like 2022, cause
Hmm.
it was just out of just spur of the moment. It was like Christmas, like there's Christmas service and whatnot. And I had just gotten back in town, so I was like, "Well, I'm not doing anything tonight." And then like mom and them had that, so I just popped in there. It was nice. It was real
Hmm.
nice little service. That's the thing too is I like church. I like the
Heathens.
service. It just never speak to
Hmm.
me.
If you're gonna be a heathen
Uh
and
huh.
your mama or your and or your grandma is still alive,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas, Easter,
Mm-hmm.
or Christmas Eve, Easter,
That's the wombo combo.
and Mother's
Hmm.
Day. Don't Mother's Day fall on Sundays too?
I don't know.
Not always.
Or
No,
does it?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
not
know.
always, but yeah, Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day.
And
Those
then
are the main days you should go.
your folks' birthdays that weekend or whatever. If it
Yeah,
lines
yeah,
up,
yeah. If it's your grandparents' birthday on a Sunday, then go to church because that's you can knock a twofer for that. You
there
can
you go.
see your grandma and you can go to
Yeah.
church.
Oh wait, yeah, okay. It's celebrated on the second Sunday of May. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mother's Day,
And
Christmas Eve, Easter.
Yeah, I
and if
can.
it's a funeral, just know you about to get some seasoned green beans. You about to get all you can eat fried chicken. You about to get some
Exactly.
diabetes inducing Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
Who
But don't
doubt?
be going in that funeral act like you know the church, Bob. Like you be there.
Mm-mm. Just shut up and get your
Like
plate.
Pastor be like, "Yeah, I wish you would show up more often."
I'm just sitting there with some.
I
Yeah, I
know.
should.
Hmm. So Sister
Just
Gladys was
heathen.
telling me before she passed that I need to be here
Uh,
more, and I figured I should be
uh,
here for her. These biscuits kind of dry, Reverend.
Just be like, so who dying next?
That's
nah,
terrible, but it's true.
that's messed up. You looking over at Mr. Jones.
They just wheeling him in. He ain't even turning his
Hmm.
head.
Just let me know when he passed.
He gonna have
Bro
some
show up the
good
last
food.
5 minutes.
That's messed
So,
up.
so how do you know that part?
Uh,
Well, I thought he was a really nice man, and he gave me an opportunity when others didn't. It's like, yeah, that was a woman.
yeah.
Well,
I just want to play, bro.
That's messed up.
I mean,
There's somebody out there hustling like that, though.
100%.
Oh, you already know. You already know.
It's
Hmm.
like. Do you remember the movie Wedding Crashers?
Hmm.
Yes.
And then that point at the end when Will Ferrell shows up and he's like, "Nah, weddings, those are played out. You go to funerals." There's somebody that's like that.
You
Yes,
already know. You already know.
Uh,
man. Death at a
But
Funeral is probably one of my favorite movies.
yeah.
I'm just gonna let y'all know. I'm just gonna let y'all know because y'all my friends and y'all will probably respect this joke. But if one of y'all go before me, I'm gonna pay a gay man to come to y'all funeral, and I will have him sob, refuses like I will have him sob like crazy.
I just can't believe he's gone.
I will pay a gay man, and they ain't gonna talk to nobody. They gonna sit by themselves, and they just gonna cry the whole time.
Damn.
And they got to be
None of
like,
y'all gonna do
nah, they
it.
got to be like flamboyantly gay, like
Dang.
I'm talking about Elton John at Madison
Yeah,
Square
there you
Garden.
go. I'm listen. I think that shit would be funny. One of the things that I was saying that I would love to do for my funeral, all right, is that
Mhm.
I want a specially made casket, right, so that during the service, as they're closing it, you know, it'll pop up and then my body will just
Just sit up.
just out of the blue,
Stupid.
out of the blue.
You see that one meme of a dude like peeking over a casket, and it's just like, "Hey Kendrick Lamar, thanks for coming. I heard he was a big fan." He's
Oh,
like, "Me at my funeral." He's like looking out the casket, like, "Wait, he's here."
yeah, yeah.
That'd be some stuff.
See, what you got to do is you got to get a little pyrotechnics in. You got to get like some theatrical fire that shoots up out of your casket right when they close it. So like, oh,
Is it?
He just went static.
you going to hell.
God damn. Body
It's
just
either gonna be
coming out the casket.
I'm either gonna pay a gay person to cry at your funeral, or I'm gonna pay some white lady to just sit there, just like not even talking to nobody. Like that's your mistress. Just be prepared.
You know what, or like somebody like Agent Smith's just sitting back there with the glasses.
He's like, all right, it's over. He walks off.
Come put this down. That got dark.
But hilarious. No, if funerals were made funny, we got to make funerals funny again.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
If anybody is like celebrating my life, they better be celebrating with some jokes, you know, because that's I like that kind of thing, like breaking the tension, like people just talking shit about a bad situation. Like, yeah, it sucks that I'm gone, but laugh at me, because I'd want you.
Yeah, exactly.
Make them think somebody stole the hearse with my coffin inside of it. You know.
I saw this. Oh, it was fucked up. So like there was it was like that whole Snapchat format, right? And there was this hearse, and like the back window was broken, and you saw like a coffin that was on the ground, and it was like, damn, this is the second crash he's been in this week.
Damn.
I was like, damn, so fucked up.
Damn.
It's messed up.
Nah, I expect y'all to do the funeral men over there, and like I think it's like in Africa where they put the casket on their shoulder.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not what you tell, but I don't know.
Listen, the Ozempic gonna get me there. Just make sure they keep dosing me up while I'm in the coffin, while I'm a cadaver, man. They can take my insides out. I'll be lighter.
Are you an organ donor?
I might be. I think I changed that actually.
You might be a little bit lighter than when you.
Nah, I'm diabetic. They ain't gonna want none of my stuff. They gonna be like liver.
Dang, you right.
Only one working kidney.
Heart. You right.
I'm gonna have to rethink this because they might. Oh, he has the DNR. No, yeah, we need to just let him pass.
So I'm sitting in this hotel room, and like this is like when I go to Kansas City, I go to this hotel room all the time. I go to this hotel all the time, even though it's like cheap and it's like not got the best ratings. But I've been here, so I know what to expect.
There you go.
They got the best breakfast, man. I tell you, best sausages be this thick, man. I'm telling you.
You like that?
I can't wait. You right, man. All you can eat bacon, all that. It's paid for, but it's worth it. And it made me wonder. It's like, what's really stopping anybody from going into a hotel room and getting their breakfast in the morning before, like, just like for free? Like, what's stopping you?
People do that. They do it all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I did that once. It was a life goal because of Family Guy, and I managed to do it.
It's like no one's checking your room key. No one's checking anything. What's stopping you from just walking in, eating, and just walking out?
What you do is when you have family come in town that's staying in a hotel, have them invite you. So like, my boss was here in town, and we were having a meeting, and she was like, "Go eat some breakfast," and I was like, "Do you know how long I've always wanted to do this in a hotel I'm not staying in?"
No, that's a given. That's a given. But it's like you heading to work, and you're like, "Man, I'm really hungry. I need a quick breakfast real quick." You stop by the Holiday Inn on the way to work, get you a plate, and then walk towards the rooms and just walk on out.
Yeah, just in the exit center on the side. They ain't gonna check. What are they gonna do? Sir.
You find the side door where it looked like people like go out for phone calls and the smoke and stuff.
Yeah.
Follow them in.
You go down by the door and just be like, "That's my keys."
I gotta go around.
No one will question you.
I mean,
exactly. No, don't worry, I got you. They let you in. Hey,
I thought about that, like, because every now and then with Domino's, we'll do like a delivery at hotels and whatnot. And I thought about that because I'm just coming down the stairs and like they're not doing breakfast or anything. But I'm just looking at that. I'm
Right.
just like, I really could just walk past and say hi to like the person at the front desk, come back down like 10 minutes later, give me a whole plate, and just sit there and eat. And what are they gonna do?
Yep.
What are they gonna do?
Especially if they talking to
Uh,
somebody that ain't paying you no attention.
Right.
so wait, when you're delivering to a hotel, do you go to the front desk and be like, "I got a pizza for such and such," or do you go to
Nah,
the room
I just
number?
go straight to the room. I don't want to wait for them to come down and then not tip me. I'd rather face
Mhm.
to face at
That,
their door.
dang, that sounds like like a hack too. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you an assassin, all you gotta do is walk in with pizza boxes.
They're just
No
like,
one's gonna
hey, I didn't
question
order
you.
sausage on this pizza.
Did you order a 9 milk?
Well, I was also told if you want to get into any building, no matter what it is, carry a ladder. No one's gonna question you either. Just
Why does
walk
that
around with a
sound like
ladder.
something your father told you? That feels like
Oh
that
yeah,
game
I'm
again.
just here. No, no, I don't know where I got it from, but it's just like walk with a ladder and be like, hey, I'm just here to fix the thing.
The
We ought
thing.
to try
Uh,
that.
you're getting to some places you ain't never been before.
Yeah, we'll get into Tesla headquarters.
That's right. Be like, you ain't cutting this job, Elon. Hey,
Yeah.
you talking about hotels, Kyle? I think I finally understand. I understand it now. I
What's that?
stayed in a Drury when we were in Frisco this
Yeah,
weekend, and it's like
yeah.
goaded.
You
That
know.
that 5 o'clock lunch special. It's just
Hmm.
it's free food. 5 o'clock.
Free
Y'all got
food,
a
free
jury.
drinks,
Exactly. Yep. All you can eat,
the,
all you can drink. Yep.
and the 3 drink tickets. And I'm like, shoot,
The
my
three.
wife pregnant, so I went in and I took all the drinks for myself.
And you can get shots too. I didn't know that. You can ask for a shot. Just be
I did
like, let
not
me
know
get a
that.
shot of tequila. Yeah, they'll give you a shot. You don't have to get a mixed drink. Yep.
Nah, they
Three
wasn't
drink
being
limit.
stingy. They was like, oh, I was like, can I get a whiskey sour? They're like, you want a single or a double? It's like, does that count as one drink?
Yep. Nah, man, that's the goated hotel.
Drury, huh?
Mhm.
What's the
Embassy Suites is
Truly.
like that too.
what's the price range like
Yeah.
though?
Uh, wasn't too bad. I think I paid like 5 something for 3 nights.
Really?
So
Okay.
not bad. Shoot, it's
Yeah, it's not
honestly,
expensive at all.
it's not a super expensive kickback that they do, but it's enough food where honestly you don't have to buy dinner if you don't want to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
at that time.
Yep.
So
I'm
can you
just a
can
fat
you
bastard.
but can you walk in there and get dinner?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
you won't get free drinks because they give you a ticket.
I don't care about
But
yeah,
you
drinks.
could probably get it on the food. You could probably
you
get
get
it on
free
the
pop.
food.
Okay, we
Yeah,
might have
free
to make
soda.
that we might have to make that a little segment that we do. If we're gonna
They
do
got
some
big lobbies.
recordings on that to see if we can get in and get out.
You know what? I'm kind of with this. We should do some content like that. Just a couple times throughout the year. Just try to go and get into hotels. Just see if we can sit down for breakfast or not.
I
And
mean,
go swimming. Try to go
Yeah,
swimming
try to go
and
swim at
work
the pool.
out. And go swimming, go work out. That's wild.
Man,
dang. So well, y'all
straight
y'all
up
talking about
illegal.
the Drury downtown, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
on
the one I've
Convent.
been to. But he went to one in Texas, and then the
Yeah.
Embassy Suites is just the same too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they tend to charge for parking though, don't they?
yeah.
I hate when hotels charge me for parking. It'd be
Right.
so much. They'd be like, "Oh, how much is it to park here? Oh, $40 a day for what?
Mm-hmm.
For
Yeah,
what?
You say for what?
That's why I love this hotel.
They said for what? So your car don't get stolen. That's why.
Exactly.
They be doing
This
me a
hotel
favor.
is right down the street from a Walmart, a Quick Trip,
See, you already know.
and then the mall. The mall's that way. So
Who
I'm in a
niggas?
exactly.
Hurt by the
I'm in
pound.
mm-hmm. So
Oh, I don't know. I'm not picky when it comes to like hotels and whatnot. As long as it ain't got bed bugs and shit. As long as
Mhm.
I can get some semblance of privacy. Like I wouldn't do motels unless like I'm on the road or something like that and just need to sleep. But other than
I'll
that,
sleep in the car.
I don't know.
I
Look
I
at-
ain't had the best experience with motels in my life.
Yeah,
you can I don't rough it and tough it like that.
I'm
that's fine.
traumatized by hotels.
That's fine. Like it's for everybody else.
I could maybe do certain ones, like if they look all right, but I'm like,
If,
no,
if
man.
they if they ain't got the little neon signs that's flickering when it says no vacancy,
Oh God, no! I watched Vacancy too many times for that shit. I ain't doing that.
I
If
want
that
this
sign
might
is
sound
flickering,
bougie. Yeah, this might sound bougie. I don't think I've stayed in a hotel where you enter in through the outside in
ever.
like or motel since I've been able to travel by myself. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, unless you're talking like the extended stays that are kind of like houses, but like
I see what it means.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't go to
Nah.
motels. I ain't. That's not
I
me.
I remember getting stuck out in LA, and I was like I was trying to get to the airport, before they
Mhm.
closed everything out so that I at least could sleep in there or something like that, right? Wouldn't happen. They wouldn't let you in, nothing. So I was just like, okay,
Dang.
well, I got to get
Damn.
me a hotel for cheap. And being out in LA on the
Mhm.
night that you're trying to stay out there, them shits was expensive. You talking like $100 something, hundred more than that, whatever. I'm not spending $100 for like a few hours. So
Y'all ever sleep in a bus station?
yes. Wait, no, 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 no.
Terrible, terrifying.
A
I
Too
bus
many people.
station.
Yeah, like riding a Greyhound bus and stuff. Like a kid, we was going to California, and I was like, I remember I was sitting there. They had the little chair that had the TV in it, so I was sitting there, put my quarter in. I was watching Digimon, and I fell asleep.
Mm.
But it's like there's so many just random people just getting up and going around you. It's like I don't feel safe here right now,
I wouldn't either.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
especially because it's like nowadays, especially the kind of people that are still riding a bus to go in and out of town. You don't want to be going to sleep around.
they,
See,
they the person with no last name. They got a
Hmm.
past, the shady past.
They're
Trying
about
to
to take
run
your
away.
Yep, they about to take your identity as soon as you fall asleep.
Mhm.
I mean,
Uh,
they take my debt with it, so good luck.
wait,
Pay them
wake up
student
in the
loans back,
bathroom.
motherfucker.
Exactly.
Nah, I
Yeah.
mean, I think the worst I've done is like train stations, like sleeping in there.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's the same old shit though.
Sleeping on the train is not so bad, but I could see where sleeping in the train station would have you like it's just open there.
Yep. Cause like it's the same thing. Like if ever I had to sleep in like one of the airports and whatnot. So you got to be
Uh-huh.
strategic with that
Hmm.
shit. Like back when I was trying to go to New Zealand, um, I've got like two bags, right? I got my backpack and I got my luggage, right? And in my backpack I've got the like neck pillow. So I have to like fashion that into like a decent enough pillows that I can sleep on. And
Hmm.
then I had a blanket and whatnot. But I have to make sure that nobody's about to steal my shit, right? So what I did was I tied my shoe to the like my blanket was over my shoe, and then I tied the shoe string into the luggage, so that if anybody was trying to take that, it'd pull my foot and wake me up, right?
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
and then I would put my arm through the bag, so then and it's covered up by the blanket too. So if somebody was trying to run up and grab either of those, it's gonna wake me up.
all
What
right. I
homeless
see
person
you,
you learn
Alex.
that from?
That do sound like a homeless person.
I mean, you gotta you
Yeah, that's a homeless person move.
look, you gotta learn how to survive, all right?
Hey, they go by the name unhoused now,
Sorry. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
man. No, it's I know that you were talking about not staying in a motel. Well, we were staying in DreamCon. Might as well have been a motel last
Ah,
year, amigo.
Man, y'all some haters. We
whatever.
had
Yeah,
two separate rooms for the
Yes,
yeah.
price
two
of
separate
one.
With
rooms.
someone else's drawers
Two,
on the
sorry,
floor.
Oh,
two separate house for the
I,
price
I,
of one. Y'all tripping.
listen, you didn't have to sleep on the floor, all right? That's all I'm saying.
I
Fighting off
mean,
things the same size as him, man.
I know, right? I got dragged out.
Shoot, I was right by the street. I heard all the traffic all night long.
All them gunshots.
Hmm.
Well, then there was a.
I heard.
I was gonna say there was a church next door too. So you hallelujah, hallelujah.
it was not that bad. Y'all tripping.
I
Y'all
heard
tripping.
gunshots, side shots, back shots, all the shots. I was just trying to sleep, dog.
Oh
There was
no, not the
domestic
back
violence
shots.
happening across the street. I don't know if there was domestic violence. I'm just gonna assume it because it was Texas.
Hey, hey, Kyle.
All
It was
right.
for
I'm about to, yeah.
I was gonna say for the circumstances, it was fine. All right, we survived.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. We made it through.
Exactly.
Also, by the way,
Now,
you got something,
I'm
right?
about to
worst.
sorry, keep talking.
No, you said
No,
worse.
you good.
What?
One of the worst places I stayed. Kyle was actually there with me. We went to visit their family in Ohio, and we were staying at was it the Hawthorne Suites because it
Oh
was right
yeah,
after the
y'all got mad at
tornado
me for
decimated.
that. Well,
Yeah, because you was the only one that got a good room, sucker. That's why.
Man, that's a trend.
nah, y'all was mad. Y'all was mad at the Hooters that I chose y'all to go to.
Yeah, that
But
too, because that
wait, was
Hooters
that
was
is
trash.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so
Look
bad.
at that.
But
You hear that diabolical laugh? Like he was just happy that.
right, he was like, "Yeah, I
Nah.
hope you didn't like your chicken." Nah, man, I had cigarette burns in the blankets in our rooms. I was taking a shit. Then I was like, "Is that water?" The ceiling was leaking water right down
Oh.
above the toilet. I'm like, "Dog, I can't even poop in peace in here."
You gotta shit with an umbrella.
Man, and then right when we was checking out, we wasn't even fully out the room. The housekeeper lady came in. She was eating our food in the fridge. I was like, I hate it here. I hate it here so much. I never want to go back.
Shit. Man, that's fucking wild.
Shoot, Kyle's parents' room, they AC wasn't working. It's in the middle of July, so it's hot.
Oof. Well,
Yeah,
But
it
in
was
his
rough
room,
times, but we survived.
yeah. I don't
what you
know,
screaming
man.
here?
If we do another trip, we gotta get the like
Oh,
housing situation well in advance, cause like it's twice now. Cause like we had, what was it, like 2022 when we had the house, but then fucking Airbnb pulled that bullshit, and then this most recent one where we had everything kind of like sort of squared away, and then we just kind of had to figure it out last minute again. I don't know.
No, we ain't had to figure it out last minute again. Someone tried to refigure it out last minute.
No, there
nah,
was,
I got no comment
yeah, but
It
because
happens.
every year there's always one member in our group who be like, yeah, we're gonna get a mansion next year. We're gonna get a mansion. I'm gonna pay for it. If I gotta pay more for it, we gonna get it. We gonna be styling and profiling. And
You
then when
right.
it comes to DreamCon around, they crickets. So I don't
Yep.
want to hear it. I don't
Once you
want to
start
hear
talking about paying
it.
for the house, they do not talk.
Actually, they be like, "Oh, Champagne waterfalls over here," and crickets. So
Shit,
I don't even
turn it,
want to hear
I was
turn to
wondering.
Sunny D showers.
it. Exactly.
Goddamn.
True.
I was wondering if you was gonna be more specific on that one.
No, crickets.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if not for the Airbnb bullshit, we would have had the perfect spot when it was in what was it, like Austin or not Austin?
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah,
uh,
they would have had the
I think it
perfect
was
spot.
Austin. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it was like right downtown, so we could like walk for like 5 minutes and we were there. God, man,
I
I'm still
mean,
mad about that.
the house last year wasn't bad until the cockroachatron showed up.
Yeah, y'all making the listeners think that we just be roughing and toughing out here. Nah, man, we be having a good old time.
We do.
No,
Like when we go to
it was a
Kansas City next week, we gonna
decent
be
house.
chilling.
Just woke up to Midwest screaming like a little girl because
I mean,
but
that's just
that,
how you sleep.
but we just got
man,
we got some quality video though, because the way he just like
it
just
did.
destroyed that shit.
He was spazzing.
I'm telling you, it was good. Listen. There might have been some like downsides to the configurations and shit, but it was always fun.
Mhm.
It's always fun.
Oh yeah, we had some bomb Mexican food when we got there. I don't
True.
remember the name of the place. I couldn't even tell you what it looked like if we went by it
It,
again.
but I'm
It was
curious, chat. When it comes to planning trips with your friends, Like, is there usually one person that takes the charge, or just planning in general with men is just difficult? It's stupid. Like, we got a Kansas City trip coming up next week, and ain't nobody said anything about location or where we're staying. So, like, I want to know, or for women, do y'all have like a little group chat where y'all be planning y'all vacations? Leave a comment below in
I
this
still don't.
video when it posts,
I still
because I
don't know
really
what
want
this
to
trip
know
is
what's some
about.
good planning trips when it comes to planning with your friends.
Well, what this trip is about,
Man, who
okay?
knows? This is going to.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta like dangerous lag. It's like way behind.
I thought you gonna say.
Right.
But nah, the main thing about the trip is like,
Cool.
we got the homie Josh, right? Y'all remember him from like the beginnings of the podcast.
Yeah.
And it's been some years since,
Very first season.
yeah. So it's been some years since we seen the dude. So it was like we're just going up there saying what's up, dapping it up, and then that's it.
That's like you doing an
I
episode
couldn't see
or
him right now, but
Why don't you hit him
good?
up?
well,
Exactly.
this is what it's for. Wait and see. Wait and see, guys.
Oh no. He's gonna see him up at Planet Comic Con.
I just
Right.
yeah, right.
He's
I
gonna
just realized that
cosplay
I'm
his
on a
favorite
lag, so
e-girl.
I gotta pause every time I talk.
That's what I was saying.
Just planning. I mean, RDC got that skit about planning trips with black people and how that goes. And it's like it starts off. There's all the excitement,
Exactly.
and you start talking about the money, and then like half the people are out the room all of a sudden.
Yep.
It's all right though. I got a
Yep.
solution for this. I can't say it right now because I don't need the interwebs knowing my ideas, but I got $1 million idea right now. I just need to meet some people that can develop an app.
Hey,
I got this.
holla at me after the episode, okay?
Hey, bet.
I got the capital you need.
That's right. That's what I like to hear, Alex.
We need to create a black travel agent that does all the planning for you. If you're in a group full of black males and y'all can't get y'all planning together, we need to hire a black travel agent.
I
See,
mean,
I couldn't be.
no,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I couldn't be the black travel agent because I would absolutely put all the black people in a house that has a smoke alarm with dying batteries, just so they have the that black noise to go to sleep on.
Yeah,
If you try to
exactly.
lay down,
Because then it lets you know that you're protected
right?
only for a certain
That's-
amount of time.
Shoot, that noise is how I know I'm alive sometimes.
He's like, "Is this hell?"
No, it's the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite. That noise means you might die when there's
No.
a fire.
No, I ain't worried about that. My nose works, Kyle. I gotta hear it.
Okay,
I know I haven't
okay.
died in my sleep.
It's crazy though.
When you sitting there,
Go ahead. Yeah, I know that lag is kind of crazy.
yeah, this lag is crazy.
Here, drop and
But
come
I hope
back.
the viewers don't realize it. Oh, it's me?
Mm-hmm. Now that he's
Oh.
gone, book Kyle.
Man, hating ass Kyle. I
Fuck
listened to
that.
that last episode. Why he sounds so damn happy when he announced I was going back behind the camera.
That's because that's what he do. He'll smile in your face, but then he'll shank a nigga behind his back. And that is why a lot of policy doesn't really go through how it should. Because
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kyle?
Get out there and vote, people.
Yes. Get out there and vote.
So confused. Am I still lagging?
Nah.
Don't seem like it.
I got a confession, Alex.
All right, what's up?
A2, since we're on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was talking down on Domino's Pizza, disrespecting them.
Oh, shit.
I tried the stuffed crust, brother. I
Mhm.
tried the stuffed crust.
It's terrible, wasn't it?
It's probably top tier. No, it's probably top tier.
Okay,
It's probably
really?
top tier stuffed crust.
Compared to like
The only thing I dislike about Pizza Hut's the OG. They're the
Yeah.
OG to stuffed crust. Papa John's is lazy, in my opinion. but they do put the pepperoni in the stuffed
Yeah, they
crust.
got the
They
soggy
do
ass
put the
pizza.
pepperoni in stuffed crust. But Domino's,
And I got Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah, Do- Domino's is actually their stuffed crust was actually legit. The only thing I'm complaining about is it only comes in a medium. Only comes in
Yeah,
a
that's
medium.
what I hated. I was
It don't make
mad.
no sense to me.
It just don't
Does
make.
Domino's do a
I thought pizza
large?
was pizza.
Yeah, no, they do
They
large
do, but I thought pizza was pizza. Why does it have to only come in a medium sized pizza? That doesn't make sense to me.
because you said
I
it.
ain't
They're
gonna lie.
lazy. They're lazy as hell. Like, okay, all right, I'm gonna be real. This is inside, right? You know, they could they could do a
Mhm.
large.
You might get fired for this.
They could do a
I'm pretty
large.
sure.
That's it. That's all I need to say. They could do a large. They just won't do it.
Honestly, I learned something. I did
Exactly.
not
It's
know
not.
Domino's had a large pizza option. I've never seen a large Domino's
It's
pizza, only
Yes.
it's got
mediums.
to be hand toss. That's it. Like hand toss is
Yes.
a
They're
yeah.
small. Yeah. It has. Yep. That's the thing. You can't do a large pan pizza either. It's stupid.
That's what I hate. But see,
Crust is crust.
here's the thing, and like for real, it was like 10 years ago when I started getting Domino's, because like we was at the Fortress and everything, and they had the what was it, like $8 pizza. Like if you go and pick it up, it's like $8. I was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing that
Mhm.
shit. So I went Domino's a long time ago, right? But I always fucking hated getting that pan pizza, and it's just like this fucking big. You eat that in like 3 bites and it's
Yeah.
done.
Exactly. 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 That's
I
the
use that
only
as a taco
thing.
shell.
And y'all can exactly y'all can easily make a large stuffed crust pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just choose not to for some odd
Oh
reason. So
well,
that's the only thing I hate about it.
well, that's the thing, is that we can, okay? Like I've definitely had
Yeah.
some large stuff that
Yeah.
that ain't on the menu, but like these motherfuckers. All right, you remember the same way that
Of
we used to like make experiments in NANs?
course.
Yeah. So they have this mac and cheese pasta bowl, right? Well,
Mhm.
you know exactly what's about to happen. So they were
Hmm.
like, "Well, we're already closed."
Yeah,
Put a
exactly.
mac and cheese pizza with like chicken and fuck. Oh, that shit was so good. It was fucking delicious.
I believe it. I
Uh,
believe it. And that's your right. That's your perk for working at a food restaurant. You should
mm-hmm.
be able to experiment. I can only imagine.
Yeah,
The
but
Shaq
But
O'Neal
while we're
move.
on the subject of food,
mm-hmm.
while we on the subject of food, I shared this in the group chat, but I found my favorite. I found a new favorite Instagram, and
What's
I'm
that?
really I want to share it with you
Oh,
guys.
this nigga. I know exactly what he about to
It's
share.
called Snacks with Zax. Snacks with Zax.
All right,
That
hold
I'm
was
on,
better than
sharing
what
my
I thought.
screen. I hope.
hold on,
Can you
hold on,
guys
hold
see
on,
it?
hold on, Knuckle.
Kyle, wrong feed, wrong feed. Close that tab.
What? Wait. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. It's on
Can
there.
y'all see my screen? All right, brother. I don't know who he works for or whatever, but he got the drop on the foods, brother.
Oh,
Let me
oh
tell you,
no, oh
I'm on the
no.
Instagram right now. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
He got the drops on the foods. Follow this guy on Instagram. He got the drops on all the foods.
So
I'm
what is it?
trying to find a picture.
He's basically saying this summer Dairy Queen is gonna have fucking Pop Rocks Blizzards or some shit like that, right?
They let you know. Look at that. He got the drop. He got the location. He got the
No,
dates.
Panera's gross, man.
Look, I don't even care.
Bagels.
I don't care as long as like if it ain't like a discount or some like good deal.
Hold
I don't give a fuck.
hold the fuck up. Go
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
this pizza charcuterie.
I saw
The
that.
pizza charcuterie.
Oh shit, my back got hard off of that.
Exactly. You want
That's
the pizza charcuterie board? It's only $24.99.
that's the
Damn.
worst part.
That's a
Only
whole
$24
meal.
for that. That's insane.
Shoot, Domino's got the smoky hot honey pizza rings.
Yes,
See,
it's
I
in
bet it only
Mike's
comes
hot
in the
honey.
medium
wait,
too.
Of course, it's Mike's
Donato's?
hot. All right,
I've never heard of that. Donato's?
Mike.
We got the exactly.
Huh.
Mike's
I
hot
don't know what
honey.
Donato's.
Mike's Hot Honey needs to
Mm-hmm.
be studied. Why is that shit everywhere? Like every restaurant I go to has Mike's Hot Honey now, and I'm like, I swear it didn't exist, and then it suddenly did.
Mike's got the hookup.
All right,
Look
Bro,
at the new snacks.
I gotta comment on one thing here, okay?
ooh,
The fact that we
Uh,
talking about food and Tim was like right on the camera, like you could just see his mouth and that was it.
hey, yo, I mean, this is my new favorite Instagram that I follow now. He got the drops on all the food.
How you know?
The Girl
No,
Scout Pop Tart, the
no.
Girl Scout Pop Tarts are dropping, y'all.
All right, you know what? All right, I'm convinced. I gotta get them Girl Scout Thin Mints.
Exactly. Tim, I just gave you a whole new segment on Two Fat Ninjas.
what's Two Fat Ninjas?
I gave you a whole new
Two.
segment. Y'all need to y'all need to know the drops on the food.
Two Fat Ninjas is canceled, bro.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, we
Man,
done.
Damn. All
Yeah,
right.
it was a
that's
good
sad to
run.
hear. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all good. Hey, those look good. I don't even like Garditos like that.
I
but
know,
urban
right?
peppers-
Ah, man, I'll destroy some Gardettos.
All right, nah, yeah, bro, the plug. Damn it, we don't got drug
He
plugs
is. I'm
anymore.
telling you.
What is that Sprite?
Exactly.
we
Oh, the Sprite. Yeah, strawberry kiwi, brother.
we some fat motherfuckers. If this is like,
God damn, man.
yo,
Uh,
you know what's gonna happen, right?
if you're listening to this podcast, you're not doing yourself justice. Listen to our podcast right now because we salivating over the food right now.
Ranch lover. Oh my God, I know somebody that'll love that.
You know what's gonna happen if you like start eating all this shit, right?
What?
Well, first
I'm
of all,
already diabetic, Alex.
I was gonna say like, you know, you about to go into like you gonna get the itis from that shit, right?
Chesapeake
Of
Bay and
course.
crap.
So you know how to counter that is with W Energy.
Can I get
That's
a
right.
oh,
W
yeah?
Energy. Go to w.gg right now. There are promos for a ton of jitterless energy.
What the hell is no school aid?
Hey, don't worry about that, okay? We've got the solo leveling W Energy. We've got Shadow, Monarch, Surge, or Irish Strike. Remember, W, be better. You can go to w.gg and then put in our promo code, All Points Podcast, to save you 10% on everything.
Get you
This
that
this
jar
look.
back.
If you're watching this, this is all you got to do. Add the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your cart.
Yep.
Go to your cart.
Check out.
Check
Go to your
out.
cart.
If you're listening to this, you're not doing yourself any service.
You know what?
Go to
And
your
when you get
cart.
that discount, yeah, there you go. Don't decline it. Get it. But you go to that
I'm
discount
gonna
code.
censor the. Are we live?
No, we ain't live.
We live, Alex?
We ain't live.
We're not live, right?
Nah,
We love
Okay, I'm
it.
gonna have to censor. I'm gonna have to censor my emails.
that's all good. I got you.
All points.
And then
Boom.
apply.
Look how much I'm
Boom.
saving.
Boom.
Boom.
You know, you can buy you
All
some
that
bubble gum
money.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I just saved $11.99. That's a whole meal.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy
Somewhere.
2 Filipino hookers with that.
Oh,
Exactly.
I'm
Don't
never.
ask me.
all
I
you
know
gotta
that
do.
denomination.
That's it.
W.gg. Why
Yeah.
are you not doing it?
Doing it right now.
Get to it. You need some Japanese soda if you trying to get drippy like Sun Jin motherfucking Woo. If you trying to be like Igris, the
Exactly.
big blood red, get on your grind and start solo leveling, cuh.
That's right. That's right, baby.
Everyone's talking about it.
Homeboy
That
mine.
W.gg.
Homeboy mine. He was talking about like his Discord buddies were talking about solo leveling. He's like, all right, I'll go ahead and check it out. And he's like, I just remember checking out one episode, and then it said it was like at the end of the season.
Yeah, you can't just check out one episode of solo leveling. You got to watch the whole thing. I read it years ago, and now I'm watching it, and I'm like, I've been satisfied the whole show. Like it's gas. It's straight gas. Like the pacing's good, the fights are good. Like
What is it on?
Crunchyroll.
Yeah, of course. Hey, Tim, you
Hey,
down for
he's my
Is it
sharing?
on Netflix? Oh, Crunchyroll.
I wasn't gonna say
On
that.
Crunchyroll.
I wasn't gonna ask that. What the fuck, you know? Just give it to me after the show. Nah,
My bro, I love Crunchyroll.
Never.
I used to have it. I forget what. I don't know. I think I had it just because I wanted to see the Attack on Titan like the whole season because I saw like the first episode and then like Nate wouldn't give me his Crunchyroll account, so I was
Damn.
like, so I just watched with that and that was it.
You mean Attack on Titan? Maybe the final. I don't know.
Maybe.
Just because they kept renaming parts of
Uh,
that, it got to be too much.
yeah, that was the whole thing about it because like even the seasons was like broken up into like part or season 4, part 3, 5, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
everything's a core now.
Yeah,
I'll
but
tell you what I am excited for anime wise though.
Daima season 2,
Next
baby.
month. No, no. One of my favorite video games is getting an anime.
What is it?
Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nah, I'll watch that shit.
They got the boy Johnny Young Bosch coming in voicing Dante. And it's like, yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Now the question is, are you gonna play? Are you gonna watch it in the Japanese audio or English? You going
It's
subs or
Johnny.
dubs?
It's Johnny Young Bosch. I gotta watch it, dub.
Nah, see.
You gotta put respect on his name, man. That's Black Adam Power Ranger.
I
You
mean,
know, that's Ichigo. Like you gotta watch him.
listen, I haven't played any of the. Wait, no. I did play 4. Never mind. Um, but I like the English version. You know, his voice actor and like the other ones. But so I don't know if it's gonna sound the same.
It won't because his voice actor in the other games is a different person. Johnny Young Bosch voices Nero in
Hmm.
the games, so I'm not sure why they did that switch,
That's
but
I don't
I'll
know.
take it. You know,
Yeah. But it's looking good. Like from what
it
I see, like the
does.
previews, it looks real. Like they whoever proposed that was a fucking fan.
Oh yeah, because I'll tell you, the original Devil May Cry anime is garbage.
Yeah.
I could not do it. I was like, nope. This pacing, this art style, I don't like any of this. It just was not. It didn't flow right. It
See,
didn't
I
flow right.
I didn't even know that they had one. That's how bad that is. And I'm a fucking geek with that
Long,
shit.
long time
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Okay, hold on. So you being a fan, DMC, what do you think of that one?
That's the remake one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all right. Like, I don't mean that just in the
I
meme
mean, it's
capacity.
all
Like,
right.
I was thinking that.
it's
That's the way he said it.
did we need it? No. But was I mad at it either? No.
Thank you.
But it is far from my favorite of them. You know, like I'm always going to be honestly. I love the last one. I think probably the most, and then playing as Nero was even better there. But
I
it's
just
probably my least favorite DMC game.
I honestly the one thing I loved about it was just the weapon switching because instead of just like
Mm.
tapping and then having a whole new weapon, just holding down the shoulder buttons or the triggers and whatnot to switch because it
Yes.
was a lot easier to get from like one weapon to the other. And oh fuck man, I love that. That was like
Well,
my favorite part of it.
because in some of the previous ones you had to pick it sometimes beforehand, and so it's like you couldn't. You just were stuck with whatever it is that you had there. But I love the weapon switch on it. You're right. Then what was it? He had like the chrono triggers, so he could slow time and
Hmm.
stuff too. Random ability there for him, but I kind of like because I know Virgil could do it too. So it's like okay,
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
but it was like that. It was like that whole what they did in X-Men, like the original X-Men movie, where he's like, "What do you expect? Yellow spandex?" They did that when like there's a point where wig goes onto his head and it's like white hair, and he's like, "Not in a
Mm-hmm.
million years," and throws it out. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Right, playing with us. I didn't mind the angle that they took on it there. Very dystopian. The media controls and runs everything there. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
not a bad angle,
yeah,
but it's like, again, we didn't have to have. Actually, it's not my least favorite. Devil May Cry 2 is my least
yeah.
favorite
I
game.
was, I was like,
That one's bad.
yeah, it really is. Like everybody hated that one. It's a surprise they made it past that one.
And you know what's weird is it's weird because I found out years later that those games are not in order. Like the actual order of the game. It's like 3 is actually 1.
Yeah, yeah. 3 is
Like,
1. I
okay,
think 1 is 2. Then 2 is 3.
it's
It's
3.
yeah. It's
And
goofy.
it's like, well, I guess I'm glad they released it that way because if
Wait,
2 would have been the last one, I would have been pissed.
wait, Kyle. You getting arrested?
Mm,
I saw on the back.
no, why?
I saw on the back, like behind you, it looked like it's on like blue and yellow or blue and red lights. Shit was just
Oh,
flashing.
yeah, I got wrestling. Yeah, I got wrestling on.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
not in the hood, y'all. I'm not in the hood.
I'm in the hood. I'm
Nah.
in the hood.
Sir,
But
the
what's our
chicken
time,
bones
Alex?
are
I'm getting
done.
hungry, brother.
Yeah, I think
I'm ready.
yeah, I think it is about time to go ahead and shut her down.
Yeah, y'all was nerding out for a minute. I had to tune it out. But I know our listeners was still listening. I hope.
Yeah, of course.
But
Oh, before we get out of here, I just want to shout out to Money One.
mhm.
You know, she watches and listens to the show. She hit me up. She was like, "Man, you know, y'all was over there just kicking it." You know, when she saw like the posts and whatnot. So I said I'd give her a little shout out. So shout out to Money One.
Hey, yeah, shout out to her for listening for sure. Like, if you watch her YouTube, shout out to you too. And just like, yeah, just keep on rocking with us. Like I said, we got stuff coming down the pipeline, and BBC Rocket number 5 is coming. Uh, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, just yeah, shout out to everybody that's watching and holding us
Yeah,
down. So yeah,
yeah.
Shout out to Pinky.
I mean, that's valid. But with that, we gonna get up out of here. I go by the name of A2.
Jam the chat, man.
this is Kyle.
And we are out of
Ah.
here.